Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. KJ Hamler returning it. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Second and 9 now. Out right to Bourne. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Now back to throw. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll run on 1st down, Edmonds. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. Draw play, Edmonds. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This will be caught. Judy. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And the Chargers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense. I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow, knocked him for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Herbert. Forced out to his left. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. He's got a man, complete. A big gain that time for the Chargers. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. Well, these two teams hooking up for the 2nd time this year. They first met back in October, week 7. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. That is incomplete.
Well, to me, there is no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Herbert. And he'll find Hall. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, it's Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Long now will kick it away following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Play action, they'll throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. On second down, Eckler. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Shoot.
Draw play. It's Eckler. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Let's go! Austin Eckler hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now 14-0. Long now will kick it away following the touchdown.
Take off your helmet and give me a kiss.
Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll drop to throw. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it a second down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 38, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 43. Looking to throw. Herbert. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Touchdown, Chargers. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Long now will kick it away following the touchdown. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go for one personality. That's you, Charles Davis. To another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw again. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. On 4th down, Sam Martin is on to punt for the Broncos. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
From the 29, Herbert. And that's incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be 4th down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. Touchdown, Broncos. Rob Gronkowski, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. He'll get this to Eckler. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him?
And the Broncos get there and take him down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The defense going to blanket the field. 6 now in the secondary here for 3rd and 15. Here's Herbert. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
The final shot before the break for Herbert. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, so the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers, because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Herbert now. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. They'll have Herbert try and throw for it. That's caught at the 2. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
Long now will kick it away following the touchdown. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Nasir Adderley, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Terry McLaurin with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the interception by the Chargers D leads to a touchdown. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 1st down, Williams. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know what you think's going on out there, CD.
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
3rd quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 41-yard line. On the handoff, it's Edmonds. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Broncos on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Chase Edmonds, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
2nd and 10.
Once more, here's Eckler. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Touchdown, LA! A big play there. 84 yards.
And the Chargers add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
Long now will kick it away following the touchdown.
There it is.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, His assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. A great effort there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Long now will kick it away following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. 2nd and 4. To throw. That's out to the flat for Evans. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 40. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Rosas good with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Long now will kick it away following the touchdown.
Yeah,
baby. Return from the middle of the end zone. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Right side, that's complete to Gronkowski. A gain of 6 there on first. Second and 4. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Running on first down, Eckler. And some room to roam now. 61 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Going on the ground with Eckler. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I got him.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. The handoff, it's Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
Mike 54. You got nothing.
From the 8, it's 3rd and goal.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. They'll run for it with Eckler. And he is going to be out of bounds here, short of the line to gain, so that will be a turnover on downs.